Today I am going to UCLA. USC still having some track problems. They're shut down and they got graduation going on. So I'm practicing solo dolo today. So we decided instead of short run jumps today at USC, I'm gonna go to UCLA. I'm going to do some acceleration development today. So that'll be pretty fun. I mean, granted, the goal and the game plan is go to UCLA, warm up, see how my body feels. If it feels good, we're doing accelerations. And then also we're gonna kind of test to see how does my body respond to yesterday, like after doing long jump full approaches and then weight room. We wanna see what does my central nervous system respond like. And even though today is like another neuro day, like high neuro day doing accelerations, we kind of want to like reason this as like a test, like set up, like let's just see. Here's the thing, like for me, I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but I like working out with my coach. And when things change in the last minute, like expectations, there's like part of me that's like, I don't like this is gonna suck, whatever, like, you know, just like this isn't what I wanted, you know? But the good thing is I'm getting faster and faster at flipping it and to being like, dude, you know what? At the end of the day, if I rest today, that's still good for me. Like there's no losing today. If I go do a warm up today, that's a win. If I go do a warm up then excels, that's a win. If I go decide to do short run jumps by myself today, that can be a win, where like as long as my attitude is good and I use it as a day of like, okay, can I do these? Can I execute without my coach being there? Cool. And then also it was like, once I communicated and talked to my coach, I felt way better because I was like, hey, listen, we got two options. He told me that there's a chance I can go to high school over here, but we don't know for sure if it's open this afternoon. And then, so it was like kind of risk and like we either get a workout in or I don't. And so I'm like, all right, bro, like, come on, man. Like, how bad do you want it? Like, are you willing to go do a track workout by yourself? And I was like, yeah. I was like, well, then why don't, like, this is me thinking out loud. I'm like, well, why don't I just do accelerations? Because I can do those on my own. If there's a workout I'm going to do alone today, like, what would be the best one to do alone? And I'm like, accelerations. Because in my mind, I'm like, I would rather save another jump day because we kind of limit the amount of jump days per week, especially I'm competing this weekend. I'm like, I would rather have anything on the runway be with my coach, because that's an area where I'm like, I'm seeking growth and I see there's more to be gained and there's more value in having him present on a jump day. So I'm like, I brought up, I was like, dude, why don't we do some sprints today? And we collaborated on it and we decided like, okay, Excels is best to do today, so then we can do some speed on Friday, the day before I compete. I think that'll be really cool too, because then we'll test to see how do I respond jumping after doing a speed day. And I think probably really good. So this is cool. I'm proud of myself for being able to flip that switch faster today than previous years, previous days. And that's growth. That shows growth on my side instead of being like letting the whole day be ruined kind of thing. Like really figuring out like, okay, what could I do today? What would help me accomplish my goals? How can I do it? And being willing to like pause and like evaluate that. So that shows real like opportunity for growth for myself. And the initial response is like, oh dude, I don't know, like it. It's like negative thoughts and patterns and loops. And so it's like, okay, everything's gonna be all right. Let's think about this. How do I get better today? What was I doing in Rome if my coach wasn't able to show up? And I was like, okay, cool. Like I could do a run workout, like I can do other things. And so I didn't sweat it. And I think it was what helps me calm my mind down is once we create the plan. Like for instance, like when I was in Rome and I was working with Paolo Camosi, he was saying he would have a plan for me. So that gave my mind some like rest and ease. Whereas today I had to kind of figure it out and I had to problem solve. So it helped once I talked to my coach and then we created a plan. Then I was like, yes, let's go execute. So if you're like me, it helps to verbalize and communicate with whoever's helping you to create a plan. So like for instance, there was also like anxious feelings about getting ready for the games and my coach's availability because he's not going to be as available as I would like. So one, what I'm going to do is we set up a meeting. Well, yes, earlier today, I told him that like, hey, I need to talk about these things. So I set up a meeting. He was like, let's talk later this week. And I was like, all right, what day? And then I was like, all right, what time? So I was very intentional. Instead of just being like, okay, yeah, let's talk later this week. What day, what time, let's put it in the calendar and lock it in. All those stressful feelings then dissipated and were gone because I had a plan and a time and a place to talk to him about those things. And so that really, really helped me. Now I'm in a positive state of mind. Now I'm in a growth state of mind. Okay, sweet. Let's see if this works. 3x20, 3x30 sprints, let's go. That one was all right. I rushed a little bit. We're gonna just put this at 20, see if this works. All right, that one was way better because I got to build up into the run. So the frequency started getting way more smooth. So that was good. Let's do more like that. I feel like I had some mess ups on that one. Let's try it again. Hey, it's me again. You're conscious. It's time for the next set. 3x40 meters. All right, let's go. All right, I felt like my left leg was swinging out just a little bit, so I need to think about left leg pushes once I get up. Also makes me think that on a day like this, the fartlek runs where it's like stride the straight and walk the curves, this would be good for today too. I'll talk to my coach about that. These are good recovery workouts. But today we're trying to get after it, but all right. So the tracker lost me, but man, that one was much better. I'm gonna be a good coach one day. I am. All right. Last one, best one, baby, always. All right, I'm done working out at UCLA. It was super dope here though too, because the coaches out here, athletes out here, and I didn't get kicked off. I was said hi to. Super appreciative of them letting me use this track today, because I was able to get 1% better. All right, I'm out of here.
Put some in the safe, then I'ma throw some on the floor. Definitely make some more. 20 dates.
Got my collagen. Feeling good. Got the workout in today. Listen to the beat. Listen to that mini, dude. Dude, the mini's haul. Don't sleep on the mini coops, bro. All right, good day at UCLA. I had fun there. Ankle hurts, so that's a product of being passive into the ground, like kind of striding, slapping the ground. So I cleaned it up in the last 2 reps, which is good. It's always good finishing on a strong note. And one thing that's tough is like when I'm trying to run fast in accelerations is like being fast in the start. But the thing is, in my long jump runway, is building that momentum. And I don't need to be fast in the start. Like I want to be fastest like going through the board. Yeah, it's a different rhythm than sprinting. And I'm on my long jump blade. Long jump blade, that blazer. I have barrack chamber and red light later. And then I definitely need to try and get some compression boots. That would be solid. That would be smart to do today for my foot. Oh, Epsom salt would be good too. Good thinking. Welcome to the hyperbaric chamber talks with Trent and Merrill. I'm your co-host today. AKA Crispy Trent. Dude, for anybody that's out there and it's changing things in their lives, that's actually seeking growth. I know I talked about this game, but I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you because it's probably one of the hardest things you can do. And to go from being comfortable, even though it sucks maybe, it's just routine, but it's comfortable, to then fighting that urge to repeat that pattern and doing something different, even though you know it's better for you. It's just that uncomfortable change. Once you do this enough, like over here, the thing that's better for you, then you start seeing things like, oh yeah, like, dude, life is way better now. I can't believe I was doing this stuff over here. It's like if you're a cow and you're like, oh dude, this doo-doo grass over here is great and I love it. Like, why would I want to go over there? No way, dude. I got so much grass over here. And then it goes to like a free range instead of like in a cage where there's a bunch of doo-doo. And he goes free range and he's like, this is some good green grass over here. This is what real grass tastes like. I don't taste like doo-doo anymore. It's like he was so comfortable over here, but as soon as the gate opened, he's like, all right, yeah, maybe it's not comfortable. I walk around and stuff, get to some hills and whatnot, but you get over here and it's like, whoa, this is untouched grass. I'm not eating doo-doo grass anymore. And now it realizes like this is doo-doo grass over here. Thought it was good. Now I'm over here. I'm eating real good grass. Life is great now.
Great, now I can't believe I wanted to settle for doo-doo grass. Can't believe I wanted doo-doo grass over here just because I was comfortable. Dude, that's so much of us. All right. I know. All right, maybe not you, but I know for me, there's things in my life where I'm like, oh, but like this is what I'm used to. This is what I know. This is what I'm comfortable with. And little do I know, that's just doo-doo grass, bro. And God's upstairs like, dude, I'm opening the gate for you. I'm cutting this off for you. I'm moving you over here so you don't have to eat doo-doo grass anymore. And I'm like, I think I like doo-doo grass. I think I'd like to stay here. God's like, nope. Sometimes he kicks us in the butt and gets us moving like cattle. And then I go over to this new place after like wandering through hills and stuff. And I get to this new hill and I'm like, yeah, there's great green grass over here. What was I doing? I wanted to settle eating doo-doo grass in a cage, and now I'm in free range territory. Well, I just think that's a lot in our life. And it's really tough because making change, you're fighting like natural instincts. We're like creatures of habit, right? So anything we do, it's usually like habitual responses, like whether it's reacting a certain way, whatever it is. And, sometimes it's really easy to recognize it in somebody else. Like, man, I wish they could just see what I see because their life would be so much better if they just stop this, whatever it is. But the thing is, they're doing this because that's the way that they've been coping, or that's what they know, like whatever it is, their brain is saying like, I need this kind of thing, like, even if they know it's bad for them, it's like sometimes we go back to these things that's not good for us because it's what we're used to. It's what we know. It's what we are familiar with. But man, I think that God is calling us to be willing to step outside of what we're familiar with in order to experience so much more in life. So I think if you're experiencing the troubles changing, you want growth, and you're being challenged and you're fighting that battle, dude, don't stop. I promise you, don't stop. And this is going for myself. Like anybody that's like constantly trying to elevate their game, you're going to have to let go of whatever you're comfortable with and change some things and take the risks for the better of you, knowing that you will learn and that you will grow and that you're not missing anything. We all have to fight these battles up here in our mind, and it only comes down to you. How bad do you want it, and what are you willing to sacrifice and do? And sometimes you got to go through that like alone, like you might have support and you always got God, but like no one's up here in your mind. Like you are having to fight these negative feedback loops or whatever it is, or these thoughts and feelings of whatever it is that you're having to leave the doo-doo grass, And I promise you, once you start experiencing the good life, it's going to be reaffirming, and you're going to want to continue to repeat that process. Just don't give up. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes and start meditating and visualizing. But thanks for coming to my hyperbaric chamber talks.